Yes. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. So, hello everybody. This is Funny to Baba here, but I think most of you know that by now. Honestly, I don't even know why I say my name is Funny to Baba anymore. Oh yeah, because I'm so used to it that I can't stop saying it, but that's alright, because, well, nobody complains, and if nobody complains and I say my name at the beginning of every single video, yep, if nobody complains, I'm just gonna do it. Because reasons. Anyways, yeah, talk show. Today is Friday the 13th, and there just happens to be a movie titled Friday the 13th that comes out today. I'm not going to see it because, well, reason number one, I'm doing this live stream, and reason number two, I've got to do things later on. And reason number three, it's a horror movie, so I have no interest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just horror movies scare me. I mean, yeah, that is the whole purpose of horror movies. You know, it's supposed to scare you. And I won't deny that I am a scaredy cat when it comes to watching horror movies. Yes, I won't deny it. I watched 47 Meters Down in the summertime, and it was so scary. I was so glad when the movie was over. I was so glad. And recently I went to see the movie Flatliners, which I thought was going to be interesting at first, but after a while, Flatliners began to be a horror show, and, you know, basically just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare, you know, like, okay, so I guess we'll go over to, so, you know, obviously these are horror movies, and I'll be honest, if I had known that these movies were horror movies, I wouldn't have gone to see them. So you're probably wondering, well, why did I go to see them? Well, 47 Meters Down is the most recent installment of a shark versus human movie, unless you count Sharknado, but Sharknado is rubbish, so we're not counting that. But yeah, if you don't count Sharknado, 47 Meters Down is the latest installment of a shark versus human movie. And I was expecting it to be something action-y, kind of like Jaws, because who doesn't love Jaws? I mean, if you haven't seen the movie Jaws, then what's wrong with you? Because you need to see the movie Jaws. It is just the most legendary movie in the history of movies. And I thought that 47 Meters Down could possibly be maybe a Jaws thing. Instead, no, 47 Meters Down was basically just nothing but a horror show. It was just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare after tense music after tense. It's like the music in that movie was way more tense than it really needed to be. Like, I don't know, but you know, what else was I gonna say? I forget what I was going to say, but overall, 47 Meters Down was a complete horror show. You know, it was just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. So, if you're a fan of horror movies and you like being scared to death, then I guess 47 Meters Down is the movie for you. But if you're a person like me who gets scared really easily, you may want to stay away from 47 Meters Down. But if you do want the, you know, the best shark versus human movie experience, then watch Jaws. Unless, of course, you've watched it already, in which case you can watch Jaws 2, which is also a great movie. Except don't watch Jaws 3 or 4, because those two are honestly pretty bad, I gotta say. Like, Jaws 3 was a number of moments where there was a fairly obvious green screen. Like, overall, Jaws 3 was horrible, and then Jaws the Revenge was just... It was so laughable, honestly. Honestly. It's like Jaws the Revenge isn't supposed to be laughable, and yet there are so many moments where the shark is clearly fake, and it's... I don't know. Yeah, if you want like a more of a laughing experience for Jaws 3, then you can watch the Nostalgia Critics review of Jaws 3, which I thought was pretty funny, in a way. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 viewers now, and so far nobody's typed a single thing in the chat, which is great. Thank goodness I only have to do these things once a week. Or sometimes maybe not at all if I have to do something on Friday, but This week I'm free to do this for as long as I so choose. Anyways, back to the thing. Oh, look at that. It's Bryce the Train Kid. Haven't seen you in a while, and, what's that thumbnail that you've got there? That's a bit odd, in a way. I'm going to Talladega Sunday. You're going to Talladega? Ah, I wish I could go to Talladega. Talladega's a fun track in NASCAR. But, anyways, back to the horror movie topic that I was discussing. I know I'm kind of interrupting it, but, if you want to watch the whole entire discussion about horror movies and things in Friday the 13th, then you can watch this live stream as a video. I got Pit Pass too, so yeah. I am so jealous right now. Anyways, so 47 meters down, if you're a horror movie fan of horror movies, then I guess that's a movie for you. And now moving on to Flatliners, which I saw recently. And Flatliners, I thought that Flatliners was going to be an interesting movie, to say the least. And for the first 30 minutes of the movie, it was honestly pretty innocent. Like they go through that flatlining thingy and they, see what happens. See what happens. See what you see when you die. Yeah. Yeah, for the first 30 minutes of the movie, it was actually pretty innocent for the most part, but as the movie... you see the movie It. I'll get to that in a minute. Well, I might as well say it now. I didn't see the movie It, and I don't plan to, for obvious reasons that I've already discussed. But yeah, Flatliners, it was pretty innocent at first, but after a while, it became a jump scare movie, and yeah. I wonder if flatlining is actually possible. I certainly won't be someone who does that unless... I don't know. But anyways, yeah, there you go. That's me on horror movies. So anyways, and also It looks... horror show. I mean, just from the trailer, I'm scared to go see the movie, so I'm not going to. And yeah. Well, we all get scared at some point in life. Well, that's most certainly true. I mean, I seem to get scared all the time, and... yeah, it's like sometimes, I don't know, you get the point. But yeah, we all get scared once in our life. I get scared whenever a loud noise starts and I don't get any warning of it and stuff. Like for example, in the school that I go to, we have fire alarms that are really, really loud and possibly more louder than they really need to be. And, sometimes they go off without anybody telling us, and we get scared to death, Yep. Same can be said about the fire alarms in my house. They are way louder than they really need to be. I mean, some say the reason that they're so loud is so if you're sleeping, it will wake you up and stuff. But thing is that it's like even after the fire alarm has gone off and it scared you to death, the noise is still so loud that you have to hold your ears closed, or else blood will start coming out of your ears, and you will suffer from spontaneous combustion, and you will die. So, there you go. Yeah. I recently had to suffer that this summer. It was horrible. It was horrible indeed. Too much information. Oh. Yeah. Too much information indeed. But yeah, I'm really excited for the live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow on Train Simulator 2017, you get to join me on an epic voyage as I drive on a brand new route well, it's not a brand new route, on a route that I purchased recently, although it's a very old route. It's the West Coast Main Line North. It came out back in 2011. So, December 2011, so it came out nearly 7 years ago. Yeah, nearly 7 years ago. And now, for the retail price, it's now down to $12.99, or we'll call it $13. And recently was the September sale, and it was 50 off, and I paid $6.49 for the route. Yes, $6.49 for a route that is almost 7 years old, but it's 100 miles long, if not long if you count the lines in Glasgow. Which is insane compared to the lines that they have these days. Like some of... Oh, my last in Talladega has Wi-Fi. Interesting. But yeah, some of the routes that they release these days for trains are so puny. Like, for example, that Bristol to Cardiff route that they released about a year ago is only 38 miles long. Yes, 38 miles long. That is really short. That is really, really short. In fact, the route is so short that you can complete it in about 15 minutes. Yes, 15 minutes and you're already done. And the route is so linear that once you've completed the route, there's nothing more to do in the route. I mean, yeah, there's a few lines around in Cardiff, but that's about it. Once you've done everything, that's it. The route's completed. And there's really no point going back to the route because, honestly, I'm not really a big fan of Bristol to Cardiff. The only bright side with Bristol to Cardiff is that comes with an updated Class 43 HST train, where the rolling sounds and the coaches are amazing, and the horn is separate. You know, definitely. It's not the best thing in the world. Maybe not as good as the Armstrong Powerhouse, Class 43 enhancement pack, but it's definitely much better than the default Kuju HST high speed train, which is now I think 10 years old. Yeah, 10 years old, man. Time flies, doesn't it? And yeah, but that's really the only. Well, there's also the Class 70, which comes with Bristol to Cardiff, which is. Well, I haven't actually driven around that much, so I can't really give a proper opinion on the Class 70. But I guess it's a decent train. I need to drive the Class 70 more, and I just honestly really haven't had that much of an interest in the Class 70. But I'm sure I'll get around to driving it probably at some point. Who knows? Maybe I'll drive it in a mini special or something. Yeah. And there's the Class 175, which comes with the Bristol to Cardiff route as well, except the only problem is that the Class 175 that comes with the route is pretty bad, I gotta say. For starters, it has the completely inaccurate sounds. It has a lackluster features, as it's basically just a normal train, I mean, the Class 175, some say it's basically the Class 180 with a newer, with a different nose or something, I don't know, but, yeah, so overall, Bristol to Cardiff, if you're only buying it for the updated HST or the Class 70 or something, and stuff like that, then I guess it's kind of worth it, but if you're buying it for the pure route experience, then I suggest not getting it. I mean, honestly, 38 miles, that is just pathetic, especially compared to 100 miles that I used to do back in the day. Heck, there's the Northeast Corridor, the first one that came out in 2011, not the New York to New Haven. Well, I'll get to that. Like Northeast Corridor was 90 miles long. Now the whole thing from Philadelphia to New York, which is very long. And then there was New York to New Haven, which has all 70 miles, obviously all 70 between New Haven and New York. And when you get to New Rochelle, you can either go to Penn Station or you can branch off to Grand Central Station on the Metro North branch line. Yeah. That's something that probably wouldn't happen these days. Hamburg to Lubeck is basically display blah. Like Hamburg to Lubeck is only 40 miles long as well. And the S-Bahn that runs off the Hamburg to Lubeck is sold separately, which is terrible. I mean, come on, man. You did so well back in 2014. Why are you doing so bad now? Oh, yeah, because they're trying to cut corners. Probably because of Train Sim World, I guess. Anyways, yeah, let's see. Good job on 800 subscribers. Thank you very much. Only 30 away from 900, and then I can do another special on Train Sim 2017. That's off to 1,000, and I still don't know what to do for 1,000 subscribers. But I'm sure I'll think of something. And yeah, so. Anyways, yeah, back to Train Sim. Honestly, the routes that they release these days are just so pathetically small. I don't know. Unfortunately, Train Simulator 2017 probably isn't going to get any better until they get a better quality control team, which probably won't happen until until the boys they're about to go bankrupt. Yep, bankruptcy. That's what you want to avoid when you're running a company, but if you go too far in the wrong direction, it can happen. Although I don't think that they probably won't stop doing the thing. They probably won't stop doing it the same way that they've been doing it for several years now until, not ever possibly, because of all the fanboys who just buy pretty much anything that Dovetail throws at them. Yeah, my big toe is having issues, isn't it? Probably best if I mess up with that. Actually, hang on a second. Oh. I don't know, I'll mess up with it later. Yeah, so it's like they make super long routes back in the, well, not super long routes. I mean, I remember Just Trains. They made the Western Main Line, which was 300 miles long. Even though that route, like, it's a really long route with the Western Main Lines, but unfortunately, it uses the Kuju assets, which look terrible. Honestly, I mean, seriously, man. There's many issues with Western Main Line as well. You know, like there's bumps in the track and there's missing bridges and things and stuff, and you know. Then there's the Chiltern Main Line, which is 112 miles long, but again, it looks terrible. You know, it uses default Kuju assets, which look terrible by today's standards. Yeah, the Kuju assets they probably looked pretty good back in the day, but compared to what they have now, the Kuju assets just look terrible compared to what we have now these days. I don't know. It's like anyone who uses the Kuju assets should not be taken seriously. I mean, come on, man. Don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Really don't know. Really don't know. Anyways, you got the idea by now. But, yeah, anyways. So, what else to talk about? Yeah, West Coast Mainland North. It's like they made, heck, even some of the default Kuji routes are really long. Like, I remember there's the, Newcastle to York route, or the East Coast Main Line in the 1970s, I think it was. East Coast Main Line in the 1970s, that's about 112-ish miles long. It's Great Western Main Line, it's like, overall, they make such short, pathetic routes these days as opposed to all the amazingly long routes that they had back in the day. It's just depressing, isn't it? You know? What's also broken is that with Bristol to Cardiff, eventually after a while they extended it all the way to Swansea, and they're selling that for $40. Like the Bristol to Cardiff, or South Wales Coastal as it's called, Bristol to Cardiff is now down to $20, as opposed to the new one, which goes from Bristol to Swansea, which is $40. It's like, come on, like, people who invested into Bristol to Cardiff should get Bristol to Swansea for free, because it's basically a route extension and it's something that should have been included with the original product, and I just don't get it. It's like the company seems to be downgrading. It's like did they need extra money for Bristol to Cardiff just so they could make Bristol to Swansea later on or something? Shoot, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to know though, because that would answer the billion questions that many of us smart people are wondering about the QA and QC team at Dovetail Games. I mean, seriously, what's going on? Also, my toenails are being sausages. I wish I had scissors right now. I bet I have some up here, don't I? I bet I do. If I do, I'm gonna be really surprised. Not really. Okay. So we have these, which I'm gonna use because reasons. So yeah, so Bryce the Train Kid's gonna be heading to Talladega this Sunday, which is absolutely fantastic because I'm gonna be left behind and he's gonna enjoy the 200 miles per hour NASCAR experience, which is really sausagey. Anyways, you get to watch me get to do things with my toenails. Yay! Yep. I'm sure you guys tuned in to hear me talk. Well, talking isn't the only thing that I do on these talk shows, even though they're called talk shows. I also do strange things like this on these talk shows because reasons. But anyways, I guess Bryce the Train Kid has left him. I guess now I'll just be left all by myself talking to my iPad while I wait for someone else to turn up, I guess, or Either that or wait till the live stream has to end at 6 when I scheduled it. Yeah, so Dumbtron is currently gaming with his friend, and Arlington is somehow still at school. I don't know what Arlington's thingy is. It's a bit interesting. Well, yes, I am eating my toenails. If any of you are disgusted by this, then well, I kind of do apologize, but kind of not really. Yeah, no, this won't be a thing that I do on a regular basis. This would just be something that I do for once, and again, if people request it. Not sure if anybody will actually request it, but if anyone does, that'll be interesting. But if no one did, then well, it'll honestly be kind of boring. And I'm using scissors that are broken. If you want to find out about the history of these scissors, then well, search up Frony Ant the Scissors. I should really bring those back into life. I don't know. I don't want to have to re-upload them because I don't really see the point in doing so. Maybe I'll do those for an episode of Throwback Series. Yeah, I never finished the Throwback Series properly for 2017, so I think I'll eventually get. I should really get back into. Nah. I'll just make it summer exclusive. Now we have 2 likes on the live stream. Okay, now back to 1. Yeah, that's odd how we have 2 likes for 2 seconds and then right back to 1. And now we have a viewer. Okay, who was this? Is it somebody important? Or is it a sausage? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out indeed. And he's gone. Okay. See you later. Too bad I never found out what your name was, but whatever. Okay, this is really hard. And you might say that I should use clippers for this, except I haven't got any, because reasons. What the heck is this thing? Oh, it's just a chip, okay. I'll put them in that plate. Because reasons. I'm saying because reasons a lot. That's Maverick's joke. That's Maverick's excuse. Thing. Ow. I mean, Maverick Hunter Daniel. Well, not really excuse. More so, like, joke, I guess. Like, it's because, like, we have Cujo signals because reasons. Mimicking just trains there. Or just Cujo, as they should probably be called, because... My goodness. Like, the people at Just Trains are so reliant on... yeah, Just Trains. Okay, we have a viewer now. They put something in the chat. Okay, Mr. Viewer. If you have something to say, just put it in the chat, but... Yeah, it's like Just Trains are so reliant on Cujo assets that you would have thought that their roots came out in 2011, like they're... Okay, he's gone up, but... Yeah, like Just Trains. Their recently released Chilton Mainline uses the default Cujo assets, which has been around since 2007, making the route look like it came out in 2011, which is, roughly the same time that West Coast Mainline North came out, because West Coast Mainline North, funnily enough, also uses Cujo assets, although it makes sense that the West Coast Mainline North uses Cujo assets, because the West Coast Mainline North came out back in 2007. Back when they used the heck out of the... Did I say 2007? I meant 2011. 2011 when they used the heck out of those default Cujo assets, but... I think going in... No, it was... But going into Train Simulator 2014... or 13. I'm not 100% sure. Like it was, yeah, it was either Train Simulator 2013 or 14. Was when they stopped using the default Kuju assets in their stuff, and what they did is that they put the default Kuju assets, like the trains and assets and things. Oops. Yeah, they put the Kuju assets, trains and things into a pack, and they did the same thing with the US assets that they overused in their routes and stuff, and yeah. No, London to Brighton used lies. Yeah, that did. I see. Was London to Brighton included in Train Simulator 2013 or no? I don't know. I really don't know. But let's see what else to talk about. Talk about something. Something. Something indeed. But yeah. Just Trains should really stop using the Kuju assets. Because Just Trains, they are so reliant on Kuju assets that, like, you know, again, their modern day routes look like they came out in 2011 again. So, if I were you, Just Trains, I would stop relying on the Kuju assets so much and maybe focus on assets that are newer, or maybe make your own assets. You know, you've done that before. Remember Chengdu to Sweening? Or, you know, Chengdu to Sweening? Or the Three Country Corner route? You know, those routes were actually pretty good, I hear. Like, you know, Three Country Corner route and Chengdu to Sweening. Like, those routes were actually pretty good. And they didn't look rubbish either. Maybe they did use the default Kuju assets, but at least, you know, at least they don't look terrible. And best of all, even Dovetail Games picked up on Just Trains and released their Chengdu to Sweening route on Steam. You know, which shows that the Chengdu to Sweening route was actually pretty good. Although, however, you know, just, you know, they're Just Trains their Chiltern main line. That's probably not going to turn up on. Yeah, Chiltern main line probably not going to turn up on the Steam store because, well, it just looks rubbish. So yeah. So yeah. So there you go. There's my report on Just Trains. Yep. Never bought a single asset. Never bought a single add-on from Just Trains. The only stuff that I own from Just Trains is the Chengdu to Sweening route and the CRH380, and then again I CRH380D, and then again I bought those things from Steam. You know, I didn't buy them from the Just Trains website. I bought them through Steam, and I don't see why not to do so because, well, I mean, yeah, you miss out on the CRH branding on the Steam version, but that's about it, really. Other than that, you get everything that is the Chengdu to Sweening route. And then after a while, they released the Southwest high-speed thingy route, which was basically an extension of Chengdu to Sweening. And that route is also on Steam, so maybe I will get that, but I'm not sure because mainly because well I have tuned to Sweeney and I feel like you should get a discount for Southwest China for the Southwest China high speed rail thingy if you already own Chengdu to Sweeney and stuff. Alright, so far nobody typed anything in the chat. I should really do this, shouldn't I? Ah, shit. I wish I had proper scissors instead of these things, which are broken now and have been for several years now. Not several years, just since September of 2015 was when they first broke, and they remain that way since. I wonder what people would think about it if I went back to doing Phony at the Scissors. I was originally going to continue with that, but after episode 5 was canceled because of Sausager, I decided not to do number 5, so, and, you know. And then I was going to move straight along to 6, but never got around to it. That was pretty much the end of the series. I wonder what people would think if I made 6, like, right now. I mean, well, not right now, but at some point in, like, the super near future. I wish I could get my scissors right now. I really do. We have, like, these big scissors, which are proper, but... wish I didn't have to live with these things. I should really, really invest into some more scissors. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, there's one person who keeps them tuning in for 5 seconds and then they just leave. It's disgusting. I saw scissors over there, but it was nothing. Hello there, Angelo David. It's been a while since I've seen you. Been a while indeed. Welcome to the talk show. Yeah, we're only 22 minutes into the live stream. How lovely. So I've been sitting here for the past half an hour being bored. Well, 20 minutes if you only count the live stream itself, and not the 10-minute thingy. I saw a new route made by N3V Games on Trains 2. Which route was that? Because I don't really follow Trains 2 too much these days, and so you know. So I'm Lake Canada. Okay then. I don't really have that much. Actually, what's in Canada? Please make a review. Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that route because, you know, is it like a freight route or something, or is it something interesting? Because if it's a boring old freight route, I'm probably not gonna get it. Considering I already have enough stuff to make a big freight the route when I eventually get around to fixing my pad, so I can finish up for the Team Quarter, get that out, and move on to another project. You know. I wish I had things to do because this is honestly a bit boring now. What if I play Forza? I've got Forza Motorsport 7, but I'll need something to take a look at the chat while I do it. That's the only problem. It's a shame. I can't mirror it because that would cause problems. I'll have to try something. Because there is the, actually, what if I don't know. I need some help from my buddies. Anyways, I'm gonna get rid of this heap of junk. Are you specifically a simulator only guy? Or you're open to all genres. Well, not all genres, just mainly genres I mentioned. I like playing Minecraft now and again. Yes, I play Minecraft. I know. Um, but well, not like simulator genres. Like mostly racing games and train sims or train simulators, and that's about it. So there you go. There you go. But I'm mostly a simulator guy. I'll say. Like you know, I mean, they're all like train trivia thingy game, like train tycoon games. But I've always been into driving trains and obviously train sims, of course. But yeah, there's that. I should just get rid of these stupid scissors so I can actually cut my nails properly. My daddy finds out about these, he's gonna be so mad. I'm just gonna stop before I destroy something. These scissors. Why do I keep these? I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. That box was relevant back in the day, but certainly not relevant now. Nope. It's relevant back when I did the Phony and the Scissors series. Maybe I'll plug that and have my Monday viewers see. Is that iOS 11 no longer supports 32-bit games, but now everyone wasted $6 on Train Simulator 1? Yeah, I agree, because now Train Simulator 1 is so old and out of date that it's now not even compatible with iOS 11. Which means that, I guess Train Simulator 2 is the way to go now. What's also really broken is that in Train Simulator 2, they've gotten rid of the merging routes feature. Like, remember back in Train Simulator 1, and how they have it in Trains a New Era now, they have a feature where you can merge multiple routes together into one big, massive route. I want to do that in Train Simulator 2, although they don't have a feature to do that, which is very upsetting, and I don't know if they have plans to make a Train Simulator 3. Probably not, considering that they're still milking down Train Simulator 2 after 3 years now. LOL, iOS 20 no longer supports 128 apps now. That'll be interesting. But yeah, maybe that'll be the time. Maybe when iOS 20 no longer supports those games, maybe then N3V Games will rethink themselves and make a Train Simulator 3, which does have the thingy feature. Maybe they'll just update it so it can work for iOS 11. There we go. That's a lot better. Because now at a time like this, it's now mid-October, so in mid-October, it gets dark early. Yep. Which means eventually, these talk shows will be at nighttime, and yeah, that's a strange camera. I should put it over there. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? I should probably not have done this, but on the live stream. But oh well, whatever. Let's see what else to talk about. I should just stop. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, soon enough it'll be getting dark around 4:30, which means that eventually in the future I'll be doing these talk shows at nighttime. Yeah, because daylight savings time. That's why, So it'll look like I'm doing a talk show late at nighttime, but actually I'm doing it at 5 o'clock at around dinner time, and yet it's dark outside. That'll be interesting. Do you think N3V Games or Dovetail Games would sell Halloween specials routes in the Trains franchise? Well, Dovetail Games, they did make a Halloween style route back in 2014, which was $10, and the route was tiny and stuff, and N3V Games, maybe they've made Halloween routes in the past, but obviously they're not available for Train Simulator 2, so that's unfortunate, but Yeah, what Dovetail Games did is that they made the Count of Monster Disco and released that in Halloween of 2014. Hey there, Real Hunter, I see you've turned up. I kind of wish I bought the Count of Monster Disco in the September sale, because Halloween is almost here, and I didn't get the root, which is just, I don't know. I don't know. I should have taken advantage of the sale, and I should have bought that root in the September sale, but, now I'll have to wait till Christmas to buy anything else for Train Simulator, because that's when everything goes on sale. Guess it'll have to be the Halloween Special 2018 or something. Or maybe, nah, it would be weird to do it not at Halloween. Like, I'll have to wait until another year. Let's see, Trains 2 has a Canadian Northern route, and it's very pretty. Yeah. I heard about the Canadian Northern route, but, I need some screenshots, I don't know. I don't know, I'm probably not gonna get it, mainly because I don't really have that much of an interest in big, long freight routes and stuff. Yep. And of course it comes with something insane, but I don't think it does. Or probably not, I don't know. Let's see. What did a Japanese man with fear of heights yell when crossing a bridge? Ohita Bridge. I'm just like, what? That's intriguing to say the least. I should just stop with this thing because it's stupid. Anyways, back to the thing. So, anyways, 5:32. So we're halfway in the live stream, which is good. Good. Yep. Don't know what it means. Oh, I wish I had something. Something to do indeed. Something to do whilst I do this, just in case things like this. Well, at least I have viewers now, so we can actually keep the live stream. We can actually keep the live stream going. Indeed. So, anyways, actual name of a bridge. Set Angelo David. D. A. Okay. Real's like, he doesn't get it. Anyways, what else should we talk about? So, trains, Halloween things, there's something else one of you would like to talk about. Just put in the chat and I can begin rambling about it. Because I am the King Rambler. Fun fact. You know, I ramble a lot in school. I can ramble a lot here because people enjoy me rambling, I guess. I enjoy rambling too, you know. I enjoy listening to my beautiful voice whilst I ramble about whatever topic I so choose, whether it be about movies or cars or events or whatever, you know. New rivals, not poppers and rebels and fours of Friday. Okay then. Just imagine if N3V Games made a World War II route. Can't wait for the gun and the Reichsbahn gun platforms. Yeah, that could be cool. I really would like to see them make a World War II route. It would actually be pretty cool. I'll be honest. Someone, please make a World War II route. We need it. We really do need it. As it would just make things 10 times better. Yeah, but make things 10 times better. Because, yeah. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Are they for sure coming with those? Do you know? Are probably not. Maybe. But N3V Games are very quiet about their... In fact, N3V Games is a very quiet community. Like there's... You know, like, obviously there's a million people filming trains videos on trains. But... You know, like, comments-wise, things, I guess... There's really not much going on. And so, N3V Games, they never announce any DLCs. They just, release them and stuff, and yeah. Also, I recently learned something about Fury Japan. That route apparently was made by 3 people way back in 2010. Yeah. Yeah. Which is why the route is so boring to drive on, and the trains are pretty bad, I gotta be honest. Like the Metro car, not Metro car. The Metro car. The motor cars, like the blue train, the Sonic train, the ones that accelerate really fast. Yeah, they have like unrealistic physics, unrealistic sounds. It's like in locomotive, the thing that comes with that comes with that route as well. Like, I don't know. Yeah. CRH 113 and ODQ. Right. But yeah, Fury Japan. Honestly, kind of wish I didn't buy Fury Japan now because the trains are pretty bad and then the route is really boring to drive on, I guess. Oh no, it's kind of fun, and the trains, I guess you can mess about with them or something, but I'm not too sure. Oh well. JRH. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, CRH is the Chinese high-speed route, and JRH is the Japanese high-speed route. Indeed. No, that's a Shinkansen. JRH, probably does mean something, but I don't know. I used to know a lot about Japanese railroads, but now I barely know anything about them except for all the Shinkansen trains and other things, Like back in 2008 or 2009-ish, or maybe even a bit of 2010, I was a huge fan of Japanese trains, like not just the Shinkansen, but many types of Japanese trains, and it made me really want to go to Japan. And I remember at one point, my daddy told me that that we could go to Japan when I became 10 years old, and here I am, 16 years old now, haven't even gone abroad from this country yet. Yeah. I'm 16 years old, and the only places I've been to now are Pennsylvania and Michigan, and a bit of Ohio, but that's it. And New York City, and Boston, but that's it. Man. All I want to do is see the world. Here I am, 16 years old, and barely gone anywhere. But I really, really want to go to Japan one day. I really do. Because even though I'm not as big as a fan of Japanese trains as I was back then, I still really want to go to Japan just to ride the Shinkansen and other Japanese-related trains. Because even though Japan is such a small country, it has so much to offer. Like you've got the Shinkansen train, you've got the maglev, which isn't really in service in Japan, but it's there, and soon to go. The full Shinkansen wouldn't be in service by 2050. Who knows if they'll actually complete it by then? Maybe they will, but we'll have to see. And there's other things as well, and yeah. Trust me, you won't like the Shinkansen. Small windows and plain style seats. Well, yeah. We'll have to find out. Because obviously I've never been on the Shinkansen before, but I'm gonna, like, at least once I'm gonna ride the Shinkansen. That's for sure. That's for certain. And yeah. And then after that, I want to go to Europe, specifically Germany, and the UK and France, because all of those countries are cool. You know, I want to ride on many of the main lines that they have over in the UK, and then I want to go to Europe, to Germany, to ride the ICE train and other German trains as well, maybe, and and of course I want to go to France to ride the TGV. Let's see, it says ICE bonds are better, big windows and huge beers. Interesting. But yeah, so other than that, not sure what else. Oh yeah, So when I do go off to see the world, the countries that I want to see in particular are Japan, United Kingdom, Germany, and France. If I just happen to go to other countries, then that's awesome as well. Like is Wales a completely different country, or is Wales a part of the UK? I'm not sure, because Wales, they have their own language there. So my question, like, is Wales like part of the UK or its own country or something? Because even so, Wales, like, I know Wales is connected to the same continent as the UK, but is it its own country, or is it just a part of the UK? I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, on Oktoberfest, other things. I like trains as Phil Hunter. But let's see. But anyways, yeah, those are the 4 countries I want to go to in particular. Obviously, maybe at some point I also want to go to China to ride the maglev and possibly the high-speed train they have there, and then go to Hong Kong to see my uncle that lives there. And right now my uncle is in Qatar. Don't know where, but yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. I apologize for my profanity. Yes, that's a good thing. Versus my friend in school says, hashtag, I'm a muffin. Right. Anyways, so there's that. And what else to talk about? There has to be something to talk about. Hashtag typical Canadian. Interesting. So, yeah, so let's see. Those are the countries that I want to go to in particular. And, yeah, so I really want to see the world. Yep. Oi! What is this? We have a saucer in here. Who's just joining with a broken name and... let's see, what if... No, what if I were to do that? Would it trigger him? Yep. Well, I don't know. Anyways, raise the rainbow flag, gents. Says Angelo. Indeed. What else to talk about? Yeah. Other than that, alright, so that's all I have to say. So if one of you guys wants me to ramble about something else, put it in the chat and I shall ramble on, because reasons. Yeah. Unless it's a topic that I have no interest in. No, could be something awesome. Let's see what the viewers can come up with. We're gonna invade Straighteville. Oh dear. Okay, excuse me. Yes, I'm a Canadian resident, says Angelo. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, some say that the Canadians are gonna take over America, and America is just gonna be a part of Canada, which is probably for the best because honestly, America is beginning to fall apart. To be honest, I mean, not because Donald Trump is being the president. I mean Donald Trump. I'd say that Donald Trump is doing a good job being president. Like Donald Trump, he's doing a good job of being president. Yeah, that's good. But other than that, America isn't really doing that good. Like, I don't know. That's the English. I'm Canadian, but I originally came from Ching Chong Island. Ching Chong Island. Interesting. Or Ching Chong Land. Ching Chong Land. Indeed. Indeed. You know what's great in Canada? Or why it's great in Canada? Because we can make fun of America and get away with it. Sorry, fellow Americans. Honestly, I'm German, and I like to make fun of America now and again. Like, for example, I would like to say that my high school is terrible because it has terrible food, it has expired drinks, and gym class is a complete joke. Like gym class in my high school is basically a display of what happens when you run out of original ideas. Yeah. It really is. It's basically just an hour and a half display of what happens when you run out of what happens when you run out of original ideas. Yep. Because you wind up taking unoriginal ideas and combining them into something that is completely stupid, let's be honest. That's it. By the way, both Hillary and Trump are bad choices. We need Sanders. Interesting. Oh well. Also, fun fact, some said that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is gonna be possibly be president in 2020. Yeah. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, famous for his acting and roles in movies like Fast and Furious, like the Furious 7, and then there was Furious 8 and stuff. And of course, his famous role in Walking Tall, which was pretty good, I gotta say. But yeah, I wonder what would actually happen if Dwayne Johnson became the president of America. I wonder if it would actually happen. Would anyone actually vote for him? I don't know. We will have to find out. Oh well. Oh, so never mind. Excuse me. And now Angelo just typed something out in, I think that's German, and I understand nothing of it. To be honest. Stupid sausage bottle thingy. Okay, let's fix this. Ow. Ow. Okay. Nope. There we go. Good enough. Balls. Never mind. Let's see. I was in Trump's wall. Where is it now? It's on the Mexican border. I support Trump's wall. That's good. I support it as well. At least it'll prevent Mexicans from getting in here illegally. Yep. Here you are, Arlington Trains Weather 124, and I must make you moderator again because your suspension is over, and you can once again be moderator. Yep. But thank me. Finally! There we go. Got the iPad to stick. So yeah, Arlington trains with 124 can be moderated again because the suspension is over. After timing out Grayson Cellman for no reason, I remember that. We're just like, it's Arlington! Yes, indeed. And David says, that's what happens when teachers leave class. Arlington says, anyone want to make more paint scheme? No. You must stay here, Arlington, unless you want your paint scheme shown to the world like I did in that recent announcement. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I won't show it to the world because, well, there's not really need to. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah. I think Trains is broken. Maybe it is. Anyways. Anyway. What else to talk about? Bank coaches. And Dave says, why? Why was Arlington suspended from being moderated? Well, what happened is that I think it was the London to Peterborough live stream, Train Sim, he timed out a person called Grayson for no reason, and because of that, Arlington lost his ability to be moderated for 10 live streams, but now his suspension is over. He can be moderator again, but if he does it again, he'll be suspended for another 10 live streams. And yes, Arlington, you can't have your baby bottle. Yep, there you go. Okay, see you later, Angelo. Hope to see you tomorrow for Train Simulator. He says for the last time he would not shut up. Well, first off, he was a kid who was learning how to speak on the internet, so he didn't know everything about speaking on the internet. Hence why we have to help him out, you know. You know, my channel is a kids channel. It's supposed to be attracting all the kids. And some kids just don't know how to talk on the internet, so we have to help them out, you know. The main reason I have moderators is to get rid of all the trolls that pop up now and again. I need to get some more moderators soon. Yeah. If any of you out there want to be an instant moderator, then follow me on send me a friend request on Facebook, and I'll possibly Rhoda says yes here. And I'll possibly add you to the sausage group. And they can be moderator instantly in the next live stream, but don't break the rules. Let's see, says, Alex says, are you going to Daddy's house soon? Yes, I am. At about 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be going to my daddy's house. I have a while to get until then, because this live stream will be ending in about 7 minutes now. This has been a fairly entertaining live stream. Not the best live stream ever, but certainly not the worst either. At least stuff happened in the live stream, you know, which actually kept me going for this whole entire thing, which is, you know, it's a thing to say the least. Yeah. I'm so glad to have my hearing back after 8 long days of having pain and ear block problems and things, and all I had to do was get rid of the problem was simple. Basically just hold your nose, hold your mouth, and breathe through your ears, and it will get rid of the blockiness, you know. So now my ears are pretty much fixed. I'll never understand why I had that ear pain, though. I mean, well, maybe it was because I had a cold and I was sneezing and stuff. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I had sudden ear pain for no reason. But mainly, I'll never know how I got that ear pain. But thank goodness it's gone. Thank goodness my ear problems are all fixed. And thank goodness I can go back to living normally. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. Let's see, so 6 minutes to go in the live stream, so if there's anything else you would like me to discuss, just put it in the chat, and I shall discuss whatever it is that you want me to discuss. So, yes. So, I'm very excited for the Train Simulator live stream that I'll be doing this weekend. Starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, basically the same time that's always been on. I says, no, we're not leaving just yet. We're discussing things. Okay, give me something to discuss and I shall discuss it. And everyone's gone. Perfect. Ah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't talk to Arlington and do this at the same time. Because reason okay, everyone's throat's gone out. Ow! My throat. Oh, my legs. Well, considering everyone's gone home, I think now we'll just end this now. Yeah. I guess I'll end it here because everyone's gone home, so we're ending it here. So, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this talk show thingy on Friday the 13th. Some say the Friday the 13th is an unlucky day, but pretty much every day is Friday the 13th for me, but that's going to be the end of this live stream / video, whatever you're watching it as. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do these talk shows on a weekly basis, so if you got an hour to spend from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, then, come join the live stream and we can talk and discuss things, I guess, and yeah, but that's it for this live stream. I shall see you next time. This thing is so sausage when it ends, isn't it?